They never showed proof that it was from me.
Hi, how's it going? So today we're going to be taking a little bit of a look-see at our boy Dream, everyone's favorite Minecraft player, the best of Minecraft speedrunning. And we're going to basically take a little peek at his recent nightmare, which has been unfolding. He has released a response video to the allegations that have been presented against him over the last, I think, 2 years. There are just, a ton of things in this video that he dropped, and I'm going to be doing my best to kind of condense it for you, simplify it a little bit, and just see, what's cap and what's true. All right, so here we go. You might have noticed that I am on the grind right now, and so I'm dedicated to getting you the best, most accurate information possible. So there's a couple things I'll discuss in this that might have been overlooked by some other people, but overall this will mainly be a summary because Dream's video was very, I would say honestly, impressively well, produced. It had a very strong, importance placed on making his points very clear and, relatively undeniable. But first thing that he kind of addresses, which felt like a bit of a joke, but I kind of appreciated it, was the allegations of being fat. He pled guilty, okay? Dream, he was a chubby little fella when he was a younger boy. He basically said this was my face. When it got revealed, he just didn't want to, accept that fact because effectively he was, I don't know if this is cope or not, but he was claiming he didn't really care about the fact that it was like he looked fat because he had already lost the weight, you know what I mean? He mainly cared because this photo obviously is associated to some personal data, right? It looks like he was in high school. He probably has a shirt that identifies some aspects about his personal life and the people he's obviously in the photo with. All these things. This is why he didn't want to admit that it was actually him, and he kind of emphasizes like, if this is going to be used to kind of paint me as a liar, just understand there was other reasons for me lying about being a little chubby cheek boy, And so right away, that kind of ingratiated me a little bit to Dream. I'm not a huge, Dream fan, Dream stan, nor Dream supporter, okay? I'm pretty damn neutral. I did observe some of the stuff with the speedrunning, community, because it was just kind of fascinating how, like, I don't know, how big that got blown up. I was just like, wow, I can't believe the state of YouTube. It's like the allegations we were paying attention to then were literally just, did this guy cheat in Minecraft? You know what I mean? And it was getting like 10 million views, some videos, you know what I mean? But now, unfortunately, we have allegations that are of a much more serious nature, and yeah, it has, forced Dream to respond in a much more serious way, which I would say he did successfully. So he does briefly cover the speedrunning thing. I'm going to play this clip. He basically effectively states that if people, think that I'm a liar based on my speedrunning, shenanigans, then he basically just wants to make it clear, like, he is aware that he did cheat in Minecraft. He just didn't know that he was cheating while he was doing it. He genuinely believed he was innocent. Obviously, the truth of that circumstance is basically effectively that there was some mods he was running that were affecting his drop rates without him knowing, and even without, I believe, the developers of the mod really knowing. And so he, Dream quotes Carl Jobst to basically, basically to clear his name, because Carl Jobst is obviously nowadays a very respected gaming reporter or journalist. And he effectively kind of, corroborates that, yeah, Dream probably believed himself.
Investigation. In conjunction with all of the evidence I've seen, I believe the essence of what Dream was claiming in his paste bin was probably true. In my opinion, it is definitely more likely that he really didn't know his drop rates and barter rates were modified. Was it intentional? And I do believe that it probably wasn't.
He did a lot of research.
He's free! Okay, so, that's him basically being like, look, whatever you think about, my speedrunning situation, the professionals, or like the respected journalists, whatever, they kind of, can see at least that I probably didn't intend to cheat. So he also basically addressed him like hiring a fake astrophysicist, to do the math to confirm he wasn't cheating. And he basically said, no, I did that. I did hire a real one. And yeah, basically the guy didn't understand Minecraft well enough, and I didn't give him enough time to fully understand. Sorry, my shells are this is the last 5 meals that I've eaten, just the carcasses of them. It's just a bunch of pistachios, but they keep me going. It's good caloric intake, honestly. I've eaten worse very recently. So anyway, yeah, basically I took notes, okay, because I'm a very serious man. You gotta take me seriously, okay? If I don't, you gotta make up for that lack. Yeah, basically, the physicist was real. The guy just, wasn't familiar enough with Minecraft, and he didn't really have enough time. There's like a, strong constraint. Dream, iterates. He says basically like, yeah, I apologize to all those mods that I kind of flamed at the time, and he basically said I was being a little bitch baby boy, and I couldn't admit that I was wrong, and I just was too full of myself, whatever. And so he basically said, yeah, that was me being a dumbass, but I wasn't like malicious, you know what I mean? And so that brings us to another controversy that totally flew under the radar to me. We were getting into the territory of like hardcore Dream Stan information. There's a fellow named Manatreed, okay, that's his username. He participated in the Dream SMP, and basically he suddenly at some point got removed from Dream SMP, and everyone was just like, yo, what the fuck happened to Manatreed? People started digging, they started looking into it. Apparently there was, some domestic violence charges levied at Manatreed. And Manatreed, the goal was for him to be anonymous. I don't know that it was actually maintained of him being anonymous. But basically, Dream admits now for the first time that Manatreed was actually one of his, in real life, best friends, childhood friends. Somebody that he didn't know, was charged with these crimes, right? And Manatreed claimed basically that this was, more or less a misunderstanding. His ex-girlfriend cheated on him, and he got into an altercation with the person she was cheating on him with, like the guy, and that resulted in him getting domestic violence charges. Dream tried to reach out to the ex-girlfriend at the time when this occurred, and she was very vague about it, but she effectively said, I don't wish anything bad on Manatreed. I hope that he can continue to live his life. And Dream, not wanting to press this woman any further, he basically just, I guess you could say, took the safer route. But effectively, he cut all ties with Manatreed, and he removed him from the SMP. He removed all his accounts because Dream literally set this guy up with all of his accounts because he was thinking in his head, I know this guy since childhood. I can basically, industry plant this guy as like one of my boys because he's literally my boy. You know what I mean? But of course, this blew up in his face. Dream, apparently, while he was living with Sapnap, they were also living with Manatreed, which is kind of crazy shit, to be honest, because, obviously Manatreed had to fuck off. Dream had to, I guess, protect himself, right? He, I guess, didn't want to, promote somebody who may have, committed domestic violence against a woman. And so he basically got to a point with Manatreed where it was just bye-bye, okay? Bye-bye. And so despite there not being evidence, the main reason that Dream kind of, justified basically, cutting off this good friend of his was that Dream was made aware he had charges against him, but he was told that they were charges for weed or marijuana, you know what I mean? And so Dream was saying, well, he lied to me, you know what I mean? He kind of almost fucked me over because I didn't realize his charges were actually for domestic violence. So, yeah, it makes sense, okay? If you stick your neck out for your friend, you shouldn't, I guess, lie to him. It seems like it was probably a messy situation that, yeah, ideally wouldn't happen online, but, it did. And from what I can tell, yeah, I mean, Dream at the very least did what was probably, I guess, best for his audience, you know what I mean? whatever that means to you. But yeah. Right. So this is the messages that Manatreed's ex, messaged Dream. She said, "Hey, I just read your tweet. I'm so sorry you and Manatreed have to go through this. Again, thank you for reaching out, and please give him my best wishes for his future. You as well. I'm sorry that I don't feel comfortable explaining more. I hope both of you continue to be safe. Also, thank you for reaching out and being concerned about me in a safety aspect. It means a ton, and I'll be okay." So, yeah, I mean, Manatreed obviously kind of, disappeared from the limelight, I guess. But at the very least, at least his ex seems safe, and it doesn't seem like she hates Manatreed. So there's that, I guess. Whatever. Manatreed, I didn't even hear that name until I watched this video, so I can't say I was that invested. But that goes to our next little talking point, and that is the fact that Dream has a weird Snapchat presence, okay? This is something he actually takes a lot of time to discuss. He basically says, yeah, I make goofy-ass Snapchats. I'm a goof. I'm a cringe ball. I'm a fucking loser, all right? I'm just like a normal-ass dude just trying to be funny, you know what I mean? And he basically explains that when people describe his Snapchats as thirst traps, right? Like him trying to, get his kid audience fucking horny. He basically kind of tries to dispel that, claiming essentially that, no, like I, have an incentive to post on Snapchat, and I usually just post some random shit that I'm trying to like be funny or whatever. And most of the time it's not a matter of being predatory at all. Sorry, it's never being predatory. But most of the time it's not being creepy. It's just like literally, I'm just trying to be funny or like whatever. It's just cringe. You know what I mean? I posted cringe type of thing. And there is some details of this that I would like to go into, just because it is something that he spends a lot of time, basically going like, yeah, bro, like, arrest me on the cringe charges, okay? But I ain't a fucking creep, you know what I mean? So let's take a look.
There's been times that he's messaged me and told me that I'm...
Right, sorry. So this is the person speaking right here is the woman who, I believe it was after 2022. After 2022, let me just double check. Yeah, about. That girl that you hear speaking, she is the person who runs Dream's Snapchat account, okay? So people have, very, very parasocially examined Dream's likes, you know what I mean? On the fan art accounts, as well as like the Snapchat, all this stuff. And basically he's just pointing out like, yeah, I don't even use this shit. Like I'm a big time, bro. I'm a motherfucking brand, you know what I mean? So I just have people I hire, they just like shit, you know what I mean? If they see stuff that's funny, they just like it. And so this is like a woman basically here to say, yeah, any, likes or whatever, that was just me. So yeah, I'll let you hear her say that.
Unlike something, or asked why I was on a DNF liking spree. And he's definitely a silly guy, but people shouldn't use me liking art that I found funny or just thought was impressive artistically against him.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all you really need to know. You know what I mean? Like, you guys kind of know my stance. When it comes to likes on social media, it's not like, in my opinion, it's not like really, end all be all of like, oh, his opinion is this, or like, oh, he's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Especially with these big creators, it's like, they could be liking things, again, for many reasons. I used to, before I understood the bookmark function on Twitter, I'm literally a Twitter noob, which I want to stay that way because fuck Twitter. If there's one thesis to take from this video, it's fuck Twitter. But yeah, I basically used to use likes as a way to bookmark tweets, catalog them or whatever. So yeah, it's, again, it can tell you where someone's head is at potentially, but it's very, speculative. It's not hard evidence in my opinion. So yeah, let's take a look. This is now the next topic, which is, yes, his thirst traps. And we have our boy, a Cheeto. He kind of got signaled out in a funny way just because he was like memeing on Dream's, thirst traps or whatever. And Dream was basically saying like, bro, this is not a thirst trap. I'm just like a goofy dumbass, effectively. And so I'll let Dream explain that himself.
Oh no,
these other photos I posted. It's not honest to single out one weird Snapchat out of context of the thousands I spam and then say that I post creepy photos. But yeah, like one photo I posted was heavily spread as a thirst trap by parody accounts, and it's this. I'm supposed to be dead. It's definitely not a thirst trap, but it's not like I was sending it to somebody and being weird. I was just spamming photos on my public story.
Oh no, George Not Found is giving him the Slobberson.
Oh no. Like, yeah, it's goofy. It was not a thirst trap. I posted 1 or 2 photos with my shirt off ever, and this one's because I thought it was cool to see my hair comb back since it's...
Right, okay. All right. I mean, whether he's coping, whether he's telling the truth, like, yeah, at the end of the day, this shit is pretty damn innocuous, okay? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, are you a fucking predator because you post a picture of literally, like, fucking up here after you shower or something? No. Okay, what I would need to see is, you know, him literally being explicit with minors, right? I'm mining. Anyway. And so, I do want to kind of semi just, you know, offer a secondary perspective. Dream does lean into, you know, the kind of like the implicit sexual, you know, aspect to some of these photos. I'm not going to say that he's overtly thirst trapping because that implies like he's, you know, expecting to get fucking action from posting on Snapchat. But it's like he does lean into memes of like sexualization. Who do we know that does that? I don't know anybody. I literally live alone. Anyway, and so yeah, you see like whenever he's fucking posting his leg or whatever, which for some reason I've seen a couple examples of him doing that. He'll censor his feet. There are some posts here that it's like, yeah, you can kind of interpret it, you know, the worst way. But at the end of the day, you know, if you were to give this man good faith, yeah, it's not anything to write home about, okay? It's, once again, just hysteria. This is a common theme that I'm going to be expounding upon throughout this. There's a lot of hysteria surrounding this man. And so, yeah, let's take a little look-see. Right, and so these are some examples that I just loosely found on Twitter. Again, I don't know how to verify these, so take it with a grain of salt. But, yeah, we'll see. This, again, this could be fake. I'm not saying this is definitive. But yeah, I mean, whatever, comparing the fucking leg here to the leg here, yeah, it's possible, you know what I mean? If this is just posted solo, whatever, it's kind of semi-sauce. Okay, maybe I'm him stripping too, but that's not what I meant. Again, I don't have the context for what this is about, but the point is like, yes, okay, he leans into like the sexual shit a little bit, a smidge, but again, that shit ain't grooming, bruh, all right? Unless, again, he's actually thirst trapping, which there's yet to be evidence pointing to that being a fact. And so, where does that bring us, my friends? That brings us to a very interesting little light clapback at Moist Critical, okay? Which I was actually very surprised to see. Effectively, Dream did kind of single out Moist Critical as somebody who was very, you know, quick to point out that Dream, you do thirst trap your fans. You do post, you know, kind of sexually implicit things. And Dream effectively, he very, very, very lightly, you know, claps back at Moist Critical. Very respectfully, in my opinion. I won't lie. Like, Dream's poise throughout this, very high level, okay? As a guy who, you know, is interested in this kind of, like, optics type shit. Yeah, it's fascinating to see. This guy, Dream, he's got fire within him, though. Like, he, you know, picks his battles very, very clearly in a calculated way. But, you know, in terms of just the raw facts of it, yeah, let's just see what he says about Moist Critical, because I do think it's pretty solid, in my opinion, like, you know, comparison to draw.
I think Charlie's audience is, of course, much older than mine, but if I posted photos like these, which, to be clear, if I was ripped as hell like Charlie, I would, 100%, it would be made out to be predatory because it's me, when it's not at all. And that same standard isn't applied to TikTok stars or really anyone else but me.
Yeah, this is actually, I mean, this is kind of true, bro. I can't cap. Like, look, if you're less attractive, this is the halo effect, okay? The halo effect is real, all right? Fucking put me in jail, arrest me. It'll probably be better and feed me way better than where I am right now. So, I'm just gonna fucking speak my mind, okay? Because I can only go upward from here. The halo effect is very real, all right? You see this, I think, in my opinion, most potentially prominently with creators like Andrew Callahan, a few others that I could name, but again, I'm not speaking to their innocence or guilt. I'm speaking more so to the amount of benefit of the doubt that people get truly does depend kind of on, how hot they are perceived, like if you're ugly, right? Or if you're a very odd looking fellow, if you look like, you're a bit of a porn addict. Why are you looking at me like that? Then there really truly is, observably so, just less fucking benefit of the doubt, less good faith expressed towards you on the internet. And so, yeah, I do think it's interesting him pointing this out. Like Charlie, absolutely, abso-fucking-tootly. If we're calling anything that Dream has done, thirst trap, yeah, we could totally say similar of Charlie. Obviously, again, the age discrepancy with the audiences. But yeah, I do think this is like a sound point.
A lot of the photos me and Charlie have posted are actually really similar. It's just people cherry picking goofy photos of mine and then making them out to be weird. When it's just me posting random photos, because that's literally part of our job. But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about that. Now to move on and talk about some really important stuff. Over the last year and a half, there's been a bunch of...
Okay. All right. So now we're getting into the first allegation. All right. So this is where I lose my goofy tone. All right. And I get nice and serious because, well, as you're about to observe, a lot of these allegations do seem to be coming from bad faith. Well, you might not be able to kill an idea. You sure as hell can kill a person. Bad faith? Sounds kind of cool, to be honest. I think I'm gonna make that my first merch line.
It's been such a long time coming.
So yes, before we get into the serious stuff, join the email list for the Bad Faith merch drop, the first ever, okay? We're about to drop the best video that I've ever made on my main channel. And yeah, at the very least, just signing up for the email list, all you have to do is you just kind of see the cool shit we're doing, you know what I mean? We're kind of fucking innovating, in my opinion. We have very, very cool stuff coming beyond even this drop, so, take a look there, and if you like goofy shit, you like, people being, inflicting damage on me, then check out my Patreon, okay? I have 5 main channel videos ready, and one of them includes some damage being done, let's just put it like that, and they're very well edited, very funny. This is just the Clips channel. In the Clips channel, we like to be chill here, okay? I'm out here grinding, I'm out in the fields. So, now, into the first allegation, okay? Thank you for bearing with me, God bless. The first big allegation that he addresses comes from a person basically immediately after Dream's face reveal, okay? They, after this face reveal, accused him of grooming, okay? The person, their name was Anastasia, apparently. And yeah, they basically claimed after this face reveal that, she had access to his face earlier than everyone else, you know what I mean? She basically, he face revealed to her prior to this event, right? And yeah, it seems like this is just entirely hollow as a, a claim against Dream. It seems like it's just cap. I really haven't been able to find much of anything that corroborates her claims. And of course, Dream is going to try and present himself in the best light possible. But yes, I think that he does do a very solid job debunking her, prime allegations. Even in the screenshots that she includes, it shows him asking her that she's 18. Okay, now I'm going to actually find that. Just give me one sec. Yeah, so here they are. So basically, while he's talking, he basically claims like I don't even remember who this person was, which to an extent I can believe that. He does show him basically asking how old she is and then confirming, oh, never mind, 18. Assumingly because she had 18 in her bio, right? Whereas she's claiming that she was underage when he, face revealed or whatever to her. Yeah, effectively what I'm understanding. Look, I'm going to be real. Him even asking, how old are you? Never mind 18. It's possible you could absolutely, again, if you were to interpret this in bad faith. You could interpret this as, him, kind of being interested in making an advance, right? Like trying to, see basically if she's dateable. Either way, whether, this was him just like seeing if she's legal, right? Or if he was just asking optically, like, I don't want to talk to minors. Yeah, I mean, it's not illegal, right? But of course, if he's, asking about her age for the purpose of potentially dating her or whatever, then yeah, that, would add credence to like Dream does, solicit his fans. But again, we don't actually have proof of that, okay? Again, this would be the only potential proof, but this is extremely speculative. And so, again, it's just, in my mind, it's more likely that, yeah, he probably just was making sure she was 18 because he understands, how things can probably be skewed. I don't know. So yes, I would say pretty soundly this allegation, I would say yes, laid to rest. And even on top of all that, I mean, Dream himself literally, he basically stated, yeah, like somebody else was running his Snapchat for the majority of this time. And I think that he actually gets this person to speak once again. So let's take a little look here.
Out of my
Right. Okay, yeah, exactly. So these are just like literal unsubstantiated texts, which is crazy, bro. Coming from the commentary community, the idea that fucking allegations like this, as suspect as this, literally, like, what's the proof here? What is the proof? There's not even the damn, upper header, right? I mean, maybe it's in the original crop or whatever, but yeah, I mean, it's concerning, right? It's concerning because, yeah, in these circles, right, the Minecraft stands, there is a reason that they're called that, and it does kind of give a weird glimpse into almost like a K-pop stand type of thing. In my opinion, bro, K-pop idols, those types of people, absolutely 0% of me envies them, okay? And that's saying a lot because, bro, I'm happy. I'm happy alone in my cage. I'm just chilling in my room. And if literally every single fucking person who interacted with me was like, a fan of me, bro, I'd lose my damn mind. And of course, when it comes to lonely people online, of which there are many, many alienated people, they of course latch onto personalities as a way to cope with their own reality, whether it's that they're jealous, whether they live vicariously through you, whether they resent you for what you have. There is a lot of collective hysteria and resentment around celebrities online, okay? It's very, very intimidating for those of you who have never felt what it's like to have somebody literally obsessed with over you online. Yeah, it sucks. Okay? And it's like in a way it's very dehumanizing, you know what I mean? It's like yeah, it's basically like you feel like you lose control, right? And control, yeah, it's something that once you lose it, it's extremely hard to gain it back, even psychologically. And so, yeah, when I see shit like this, I mean, again, it's possible that these are real messages, but yeah, the onus obviously is on her to kind of more or less verify it. And from what I'm even seeing, it's again possible, but this is all innocuous. You know what I mean? Here's some text that's all I'm going to show right now. It's cringe and gross. I covered the heart eye emoji on his contact. Yeah, I mean, with the context that she had 18 in her bio, this shit is just not even sexual, bro. Unless I'm missing something. I don't think I am. Anyway.
TikTok being from your contacts to try and prove that the texts were from me, which people quickly pointed out isn't possible because I have a Google Voice number hooked up to my TikTok, which isn't iMessage like the text. And again, she never claimed any sexual misconduct. She never claimed anything related to nudity or sexting. This was also in early 2020, and she had 18 in her bio. With everything and all the inconsistencies, wasn't taking that seriously. But it's
as it shouldn't have been, yeah. I mean, sorry, he basically just, confirmed because of the link with the phone number. Those messages were just cap. And it's like, individuals online don't have a ton of leverage, right? And so a way that someone who's desperate for attention, or whatever you would say, a way to gain leverage is to, manufacture outrage, okay? And one of the easiest ways to do that is to say someone's name and say, groomer or whatever you want to say, right? Now, this might sound like I'm biased in favor of Dream, and that's not true, okay? It's just that when I see very blatantly false allegations getting blown up so fucking dramatically on Twitter, it pisses me off, okay? I'm going to just be frank, it really pisses me off. Because, I don't know, it's scum, okay? It's scum. Scum behavior. And of course, yeah, you do this, you're not an irredeemable human, but in my opinion, that's an irredeemable action, all right? You can fuck off. Sorry. Let's continue, though, all right? So, okay. And so this is the second, big, whatever you would say, allegation. This is the prime allegation that people have been leaning on in order to really call Dream a groomer, a PDF file. I'm going to swallow your fucking ears. The biggest thing, though, that you need to take a look at is the fact that this Amanda woman, she has been the first, from what I can tell, the first and the only, accuser of Dream who has been like a verifiable person, right? Like she's gone on video, said this, like she's basically doubled down. She seemed to be the most credible because she put the most on the line, right? Like, it's a fucking lot, to make such an allegation against a massive YouTuber with as many stands as he has. Yeah, that's, brave if, again, assuming she's truthful. And so Dream absolutely denies everything related to this woman and says this is just total cap. And we're going to walk through, why he's saying that before I kind of, come to my, I guess, own conclusion with you. So basically, this Amanda woman cold opened to Dream, messaged Dream in September of 2022, okay? And it was very innocuous, the first contact, whatever, as far as I'm aware. And it seemed like, and Dream kind of catalogs, like, yes, this was just a very mundane interaction that unfolded. They would message over the course of many months, very dry messages. And Dream basically explains, like, because people basically are asking, like, why are you even messaging this person? You know what I mean? And he explains, like, he added her again September 2020, when he was much smaller as a creator, and he was trying to, have, like, community engagement, whatever, whether you think that's cope, whatever. The messages do kind of speak for themselves, okay? And so whatever intention he had when he, was kind of having a little bit of a back and forth with this woman, it seems clear that it wasn't escalating to anything, at least to me. And so what I will say is that effectively Dream's reason for, continuing this conversation with her was, one, he forgot that she was a fan. He forgot who she was. And he just, like, she was just asking, like, for streaming advice. So he just assumed she was just, like, some small streamer or whatever. And two, apparently when you message someone on Instagram, like DM them, you can just message them anytime. Even if they block you or whatever, it's like you just get unlimited access to this person. So every time that she would message Dream, it would go in his notifications. Apparently he even tried to remove her, make it so that this wasn't the case, which failed, but he has proof of that, which is that, he doesn't have the full chat logs because he tried to, again, remove her completely. And so we can take a look at his evidence for that.
Than her original DMs. Because you can't delete other people's individual messages and you can only delete entire conversations, this proves 100% that I was trying to delete her ability to message me in 2021. It also...
Right. And obviously that kind of doesn't really, indicate any kind of a eagerness from Dream to continue interacting with her. But what ended up happening effectively was at some point they did semi-connect on the fact that Dream was into music. She complimented his music, and he added her on Snapchat. According to Dream, added her, with the purpose of just having her talk with her and his friends about music, because at that time he was very, obsessed with music, and he wanted, I guess, people to bounce ideas off of, whatever. Now, Dream outlines this, and I'll reiterate it, sorry. It's possible that shit did go down in Snapchat, okay? Technically, right? Like, you can't really prove that nothing happened with 100% certainty because, of course, Snapchat doesn't keep logs, right? The thing that Dream kind of, leans into to effectively counter these claims is, firstly, Amanda's own character, okay? He attacks her character. He points out a lot of her lies or a lot of her mistruths. One of those being that she claimed that Dream removed or deleted the chat logs on her side of the conversation as well, right? So, like, Dream was the reason that she couldn't access, evidence. And that's just total cap. And it shows that this woman is very naive. Maybe she was being honest, but she was just confused because this is so stupid. But either way, like, that's just not something that's possible. So Dream basically says, like, she's a liar. Probably she's a liar. I'll be real. Just, again, I'm of this mindset. You will probably never really have truly honest, perfect victims. It needs to be kept in mind that, predators, whatever, they do often seek out people who are more vulnerable, right? That can mean literally mentally ill. That could mean incompetent, sure, uneducated, whatever. But there's, to me, just nothing really that corroborates this woman's story as far as I can tell. However, there's one thing I want to point out to you, okay? And again, it's not like it doesn't poise Dream as being guilty. It is just a question that I kind of have, or that I thought in my head. I was like, okay, interesting. So I'll point you to that right now. Okay, so Dream includes his entire Instagram conversation or whatever timeline with her, right, that he has in his possession, because again, he kind of tried to remove her or whatever, and so that cleared or wiped the log, but he releases his entire exchange with her, right? And yeah, it's very clear these are very dry messages. Dream is, it seems like, just responding out of a kind of I guess obligation or whatever. He just might not literally know who she is and he doesn't want to disrespect her or whatever. Or, again, it's possible he was interested in some capacity, but he didn't seem to act on it. She's trying to become a small streamer on Twitch, and she's asking for advice. And again, we're taking Dream at face value that these are, the real catalog, screenshotable fucking conversations. And so here, this is the big evidence that Dream kind of includes, which is that she deleted some chat logs. And the way that he proves she deleted chat logs, right? Again, this is contributing to why he's claiming her character is suspect, right? He's basically overt in that her character is not respectable at all. And so the reason basically that he uses for that is in some TikTok videos that she made in the allegations, right? Like, this is how she released her allegations, was through TikTok. You can see there are messages that are cut off or blurred in this TikTok, allegations video that are deleted on Dream's end, okay? So she removed them, right? And so that's, again, used to show that she's kind of trying to hide some kind of a truth or whatever, right? So yeah, here they're talking about their music interests, basically. He's like, makes sense. Amos, if you want, Dream Clay. This is Snapchat. And then she just added him. And I don't know what this is. Replied to story, the sperm photo. I don't know what the sperm photo is. He doesn't really lay it out, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. And then the scrunched up gray hoodie selfie. Just face reveal already. The new TikTok. Part of the... So yes, the one thing that I took note of, okay, because I am aware that Dream, of course, he's like a very competent guy, okay, and of course, a part of that competency is that he's going to try and demonstrate and portray himself in the best light humanly possible, which makes total sense, okay. But yes, that's why, while most, if not every fucking person I've seen has been very immediate in saying like, Dream, he did it, he beat the allegations, I pretty much agree, but there are some things I want to, you know, I basically was just coming into this a bit more critical because I know, you know, by showing people a lot of facts, it's very, very easy to, you know, just convince them of your innocence while leaving out inconvenient details, you know what I mean? So I was kind of trying to pay attention for inconvenient details. I looked into the stories a decent amount. And honestly, he does, again, a great job, but there was one thing that I was just a little bit confused about. All right. Okay, so these are the messages, sorry. These are the messages that she, you know, apparently deleted, right? This is from her TikTok, okay? Just for your awareness.
She had DM'd me many times talking about content creation and streaming, some of which she deleted. She seemed very normal, friendly, and implied strongly that she was overage. What
Yeah, so he emphasizes nothing inappropriate ever happened.
I thought about her age doesn't matter that much because nothing inappropriate happened, but it does matter to show my mindset because I don't go around befriending underage girls or people that are obsessed. To the very end, which was our first real conversation. This one was about music, which makes projects strategy. Middle of us talking about music about. At the time, I was working on a song called Trust Issues and some other random music projects. And in the middle of us talking about music, I gave her my Snapchat. I said, add me on Snapchat, and she said, sure thing, just added you. I was sharing music snippets with a bunch of people at the time, and as we were talking about music, I wanted to share them with her. And I'm obviously not going to send snippets of a new song over Instagram. Now, I've pretty much always used Snapchat as one of my main forms of communication. It was actually the first social media I ever got because a friend of mine wanted to start a streak with me, and it's something I started using a lot more when I became
okay, here we go. All right, I get it now. Right, so Dream kind of also, so one of the claims that this girl makes is that while she was visiting Florida, Dream wanted her to basically, you know, come over to his place and to have sex. And effectively, Dream says, bro, I'm literally a nerd emoji. I'm trapped in my home because I'm that paranoid that my face would be revealed at that time. He was basically emphasizing, like, I was a shut-in, I was a loser, and I had much reason to be that, you know, paranoid, because people were just ravenously trying to find my identity. People were literally posting up at my house. People were stalking me, you know what I mean? And even showing this example, which is a little bit fascinating to me, where every time he posted a cat image, people would be, you know, microanalyzing it. And so I'll play that just because, more than anything, this video, it is fascinating to me because it does give you a very raw look into how fucking cancer Stan is, you know what I mean? God damn. That's why I don't want any, okay? I'm gonna purposely piss you off. So anyway.
This was not uncommon at all. So of course I felt much more comfortable using Snapchat during this period, especially with people that I wasn't great friends with, but even with my best friends. Now let's go over her actual claims in detail. Amanda claims that after I added her on Snapchat on January 17th, 2022, that we started sexting. She showed that her birthday, when she would turn 18, is on February 17th, exactly a month later. She claims that we sexted.
Right, so this is the kind of graphic or whatever. Apparently there was, yes, literally a 1 month window where they could have possibly sexted. Dream's gonna claim that's cap. I'll say there's, you know, zero evidence of things becoming sexual as far as I could see, you know, like leading up to her getting at it on Snapchat. But of course, it's possible. It's entirely possible that the second Dream got her on Snapchat, right? Well, that was the time to fly. But that wouldn't be a good faith interpretation, right? Because, I mean, you know, we just don't have evidence. But we'll take a look. So this is the one thing that I see in this entire video, and I'm just like, wait a minute, Mr. Dream. Let's just double take here, okay? So Dream pulls these up. These are her 2 pieces of evidence, right? And the idea is that on February 18th, which would have been literally the day of, if not the day after her birthday, right? Like she just freshly turned 18, whatever. That if basically he messaged her, "You're gorgeous as fuck," and gifted her over $100, okay, in the form of some kind of an Amazon gift card. Yeah. And then, fuck, I'm not sure exactly when this one would be dated, but Dream is claiming this would have been after she was, 18. And he said, "Bad bitch, fine as hell, beach day," which is, he's quoting her Snapchat story. All right. Now, let's be clear. Dream does not state that these are real. These messages are real. Okay. In fact, he implies heavily that these messages are edited or fabricated. And the reason and way that he goes about kind of establishing that is that he downloaded his entire, Snapchat catalog or whatever, like the data, right? And that these messages, "You're gorgeous as fuck," and "bad bitch," that those weren't present, okay? And he's about to show, that catalog. And this is the one moment where I'm like, Mr. Dream, what's going on?
My belief is that there was a lot of hate and that it's easy to get spiteful and join in on a hate train. I had ignored multiple of her Instagram DMs and Snapchat messages in recent months.
Right. So this is kind of his angle. It's like it was like a scorned, like she was into him and liked the attention, whatever. And then when the attention dried up, she was bitter, effectively.
Thirdly, the only photos she showed as proof that I groomed her were both pictures based on her own evidence after she was 18. Meaning, even if we give her the benefit of doubt and assume everything she's provided is real and truthful, she was 18 when these messages would have been sent, and I had no context to the fact that she was more than a small streamer. But on top of that, I unblocked her Snapchat, went through our Snapchat chats, and couldn't find either of the messages that she was talking about. I also downloaded all of our Snapchat logs using the Snapchat data tool, which she can do as well, and neither of the compliments.
Right. Neither of the compliments presented or in this Snapchat log. Now, I won't cap, okay? I definitely understand why Dream wouldn't want to make, this public or whatever. But he was, very willing to make the Instagram messages, all of the Instagram log, publicly available, right? We have access to it. But he did not do the same with the Snapchat log. And I'm not sure if that's because he says cringe shit. Probably because he potentially was flirting with her. You know what I mean? It's possible. But he's obviously claiming that's not the case, that the compliments you see in those screenshots are fake, which in my gut, and again, this total speculation, my gut is that woman is not competent enough to, fake screenshots like that. And what is confirmed to be true is that the got that 500 snap score message is real. Okay, so look, this is again Dream's own logs. Got that 500 snap score is coming from Dream to her, right? And so he doesn't go deeper than that. He doesn't go what comes after the got 500 snap score. Okay. And so that's why this is the one part of this video where I'm like, if I could interview or ask Dream, I would be very curious. Like, why didn't you include the full transcript? Again, it's not like he fucking needs to, okay? I'm not the fucking police. In fact, I'm quite the opposite. It's just that, if we're talking like full absolution, this woman is a fucking liar, and you want me to, look at this woman and think, scum, right? Like, again, if you make false allegations, I'm thinking you're scum. If you want me to think that, yeah, I mean, you kind of got to do everything in your power it's for me to like fully be on board with like fuck her, you know what I mean? Now, of course, he absolutely shows significant and very, very evident, contradictions and whatever in her statements. She doesn't seem like a very reliable narrator. But yeah, it's just like if I saw this like entire log, I'd be like, yeah, this is what else do you need? You know what I mean? And so yeah, the point of me again, it's not to say like he's hiding something. It's just to say maybe. Okay. Now the woman would probably have access to this as well. I don't know. So I guess she can respond, and if she responds, I'll cover it, right? So that's pretty much where we're at. Right here. So, right, you see got that 500 snap score, and then what comes after is, you're gorgeous as fuck, and again, bad bitch, right? And so, yeah, I don't know. Why the fuck did you, not show the full log, Dream? It's fine, but, it just kind of opens the possibility for her to respond, again, assuming these are real. Because, once again, another reason why I'm even stating this is because Dream confirms, more or less, pretty much completely explicitly, that he did send this gift card, right? And so, he probably did send the "you're gorgeous as fuck," all right? And that would have been the day after, or the day of her birthday, right? So, it's possible he just saw a Snapchat story, right? He's responding to a story here, and the story said, "It's my birthday," and she looked cute, right? And so he was just responding with that, not knowing she was turning 18, not knowing, the precise details, etc. But yes, okay, he does downplay, this seeming fact, all right? So just for your own personal knowledge, all right? It's possible there's slightly more to this. This is, again, pretty much the only situation where I'm like, I'm not sure. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, though, Dream does go on to very effectively show how she, basically paints herself in a negative light. She kind of, to people who doubt her, she just says, like, you're just jealous, you're ugly, etc. And at the same time, like, at a similar time, she was defending him. This is how it starts. It started with Carson like this, oh no. And then, this is again, I believe, after her fucking, technical allegations come out. She says he didn't say anything inappropriate, okay? And this was later deleted. And again, her username is Amanda Not Found. Obviously, probably a George Not Found stan. So that doesn't discredit entirely, but like, of course, this woman's like, into this fucking friend group a lot. Deviously lick my nuts. This is her saying whatever you say. Okay, but I'm gonna laugh in your face when it's proved false, like every allegation against him. I'm laughing in your face with my DMs and snaps and images of him showing me his penis. Okay? And so Dream later goes on to point out, like, this woman has constantly claimed to have the juice, right? To have the proof, the evidence, etc. She has claimed she's going to release more chat logs. She has claimed that she has gone to the police. She literally posted a photo of her, at a police station. And none of these things have manifested, okay? She has not posted any more proof. Dream went through extensive measures to, confirm whether a police report was filed. Nothing, okay? And so, yeah, it does make her look worse. It's drastically worse, okay? Absolutely, challenges the validity of her claims, right? That she's posting pictures being at a police station. Like, it's either, again, it was just cap, she wasn't actually, filing a report, or she tried to, but there was not enough evidence at all for the cops to even take her seriously, you know what I mean? Yeah, which doesn't really bode well for her, right? So yeah, Dream also heavily leans into the fact of, like, she deleted messages, guys. She deleted messages. She's trying to hide stuff, you know what I mean? Which is valid. It's valid.
She happens to have no evidence of anything she's claiming, even from things she claimed happened after she was taking pictures secretly using a second phone, or she doesn't.
I mean, I guess it's debatable, but, like, it's possible she was taking the pictures on a second phone at a later date, but one of them did say, message was from today, so I think the Dream's correct. Basically, she was taking, secondary, pictures that Dream wouldn't have known about, even on the, comments like "you're gorgeous" or whatever, so she probably doesn't have more juice. Right, yeah, I got banned from your chat for saying I want to sit on your face. Yeah, obviously, this doesn't prove a ton, but it's like, yes, it detracts from her character, right? Of course, you can be, making sexual advances to fucking people, creators or whatever, and then a creator could also take advantage of you when you're underage or whatever. Point is, yeah, I'm siding with Dream, okay? Like, again, I'm not gonna, and nobody should, shit on this woman. Guaranteed she's probably getting a fucking mountain of hate and whatever, and potentially deserved, right? But yeah, I'm not gonna endorse that, obviously. But yeah, in terms of like Dream, I'm not, I'm not jumping on any bandwagon. Let's just put it like that. Right, yeah, Dream brings on his mom to like describe how paranoid he was about the face reveal to kind of, qualify the fact that like he would not have met up with this woman. He would have been way too paranoid to meet up with her. I believe him, but obviously having your mom, as your witness, yeah, I mean, your mom would kill for you, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like not hugely relevant to me, but of course, I understand why I included it. Okay. Yes, his mom corroborates that like he would not have met anybody. He only left like his house like 4 times or some shit to see the dentist, whatever. Yeah. Okay, so sorry, this is the claim. She claimed she was 19 apparently.
Takes 5 minutes to download, and she never did it. Probably because it doesn't support what she was saying. On top of those things, from everything she had told me, she was 19, and we had no inappropriate contact. The context of these messages would be a 22-year-old creator calling a 19-year-old streamer gorgeous on a birthday post while giving her a gift card as a birthday present. Finally,
right. A leftover gift card from Christmas cards that I got for my mods. Yeah, so that's a subtle detail, but it basically, to me, it kind of confirms that message, you're gorgeous, was real, okay? He didn't know. Wait, he even confused the number there. This is, I'm not fucking crazy, okay? There's something going on here. I don't know if this is a true misspeaking or if whatever, but let's just listen to that again.
on top of those things, from everything she had told me, she was 19, and we had no...
Right, okay, sorry. He claims she claimed she was 19. He doesn't provide proof of that, but that's his claim, okay? I'm assuming he's kind of, saying that she claimed she was 19 in private Snapchat interactions. Yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere, right? Like the claim that she was stating to be 19, that kind of came out of nowhere. It's totally possible, by the way, totally possible that she would lie about her age. I'm not fucking doubting that entirely. It's just like he kind of threw that out of left field, that like suddenly now he remembers that she was claiming to be 19, right? He didn't show any proof of that. He probably just remembers that she claimed that. And so, yeah, in my mind, he did send this message. He did send the gift card, because why would she know exactly like the gift cards that he sends out? You know what I mean? And she probably did think that this was like leverage in a sense. And so, yeah, Dream, yeah, I'm not, again, saying he's a liar, whatever, but that section, he did kind of skirt around admitting that he did send that compliment, you know what I mean? Which, again, it's possible he didn't, but I think it's likely he did, okay? That's all I really have to say. He can fucking optically, maneuver however he wants. Okay, these are horrendous allegations, and I understand wanting to completely, dismember them, but yeah, on that metric, I do want to just point out, like, the woman's probably not lying about that. Now, that brings us to more fun shit, okay? The Gumball situation, all right? So our boy, Nicolas Cantou, who I really liked, and I think he reminds me of my brother Phil and whatever, like, obviously for Gumball, right? And so, basically, long story short, this fucking guy, he's a bit of a quack. He's a bit of a fucking lunatic, and he fucks around. You know what I mean? He got drunk, he got blasted, and he decided to take it out on Dream, seemingly just one random day. They were not friends, even though a lot of people online claimed they were friends. And yeah, apparently Cantou assaulted Dream. Cantou kind of admitted to this, but he said it's because he was disrespecting the hoes. Cantou's a memer. He's funny, and he just fucks around. He doesn't take shit seriously, clearly. And yeah, Dream ended up posting a fucking video of Cantou in an Uber car, just being like the most disrespectful little shit brat runt ever. And Dream ironically got dunked on Twitter for this. And Dream basically here explains the reason why he, uploaded this footage of Nick Cantou being a little shit. And the reason was, first of all, Dream didn't record it. Okay, somebody else in the car recorded it, and Dream had to try and collect it from that person. And the main reason that he released it was because Gumball, our boy Nick Cantou, he was spreading lies about Dream. He was leaning into the narrative that he was a fucking pedo. All this, despite the fact that Cantou had apologized to Dream the next day for being a little fucking shit. And so, yeah, Dream basically felt like he needed to exonerate himself by showing that the, claims he was making about Nick Cantou were true, and, to delegitimize the claims that Cantou was making against him, all right? Basically, drama. Just kind of horseshit drama, all right? This is more of an upbeat section. You can tell this is a section where Dream just wanted to, fuck around a little bit, and I kind of enjoy that. I think that's funny. I respect it, okay? So it culminates in this kind of a montage, which is, again, it's just funny.
People still think that I lied and faked the Uber driver's text, or many other lies that were falsely spread by Nicolas or other people online. So I got in contact with the Uber driver from that night. I interviewed.
Yeah, so putting the Death Note music here is crazy, bro. That's just crazy shit. This is some lunatic shit. You know what I mean? It's so funny. This is like Dream taking out a little bit of anger. He's like, fuck this kid. You know what I mean? And to an extent, fair enough. But the Death Note music kills me. You know what I mean? This is what I mean, where it's like Dream has a power level, okay? This guy, he's very consciously aware of, optics, whatever you want to say. And he's a feisty fucker, okay? Death Note music in this video is crazy.
What's going on, man?
This is our Uber driver, who happens to be one of the highest rated Uber drivers in all of Texas. He agreed to come share his recollection of what happened, so I'm just gonna let him talk.
When I picked you guys up, he had a lot of...
I mean, okay, look, this shit doesn't really matter, in my opinion. Long story short, yes, the kid was a little shit. He was drunk and he was being a fucking dunce. And he probably is a little shit outside of this event, considering he would... it's very brave, very self-destructive, and very stupid for him to publicly call Dream a pedo or even joke about it after an experience like that. Very stupid. But yeah, these two, they do kind of even the Uber driver basically comes to the conclusion where it's he fucked up. What he did wasn't acceptable, but ideally he just grows from it. Obviously, being a child actor is difficult, whatever the fuck else empathy you could provide. At the end of the day, hopefully, he just becomes a better boy, and that's pretty much, the end of that, okay?
Doesn't mean anything if you were not there.
Yeah, okay, whatever. You get the point, though. I like this Uber driver. This guy's dope, you know what I mean? That's a good kind of way to come at it, because it's yeah, the Nick guy's he's 20, I mean, he definitely knows better and whatever, you know what I mean? But, yeah, bad night. People online, they don't need to necessarily see this shit and fucking send hate his way, etc. It's yeah, he did kind of fuck around and he did kind of find out, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, hopefully, he'll just become a better fucking human. This hopefully won't define, his life and whatever. I'm sure he'll go on to bigger and better things. Maybe not in Hollywood though, but we'll see, whatever.
It's just speculation. And if somebody older is trying...
Yeah, all right. And that's kind of wholesome and to an extent. I really like this edit. Okay? I think this is the moment where it's okay, we're taking a little tour. We're taking a tour. We're kind of dancing on Gumball's grave, but, it's funny.
I need to reiterate a couple facts. 1, I just met Nicolas. He was already drunk when I met him. 2, the party was not my party. I did not provide alcohol to anyone. 3, I did not know how old Nicolas was. And here's a video of what Nicolas said after I found out his age and critiqued him for drinking in front of the cops.
Why are you a narc pedophile?
4, I was not the one recording, and I only posted the video because he was lying and saying unless there's video proof, it didn't happen. So yeah, now that that's clarified, enjoy.
Jesus Christ. Oh, what a quote.
Tweets doxing me and my friends and family got tens of thousands of likes. I have never seen that in my life. So I just want to talk
Balls.
very briefly about how serious doxing and swatting can be. It's a
Yeah, so this is just sad. Like, this is where it's like, I don't envy the dream guy very much, man. Like, doxing is so degenerate. Like, you are so scum, bro. So scum. Anyway.
Quote, I don't know Jamie. I've never known her.
This is the third allegation, okay? The third big allegation. This is effectively what happened is that an anonymous account, a literal burner account, made allegations against Dream on the behalf of a woman named Jamie, who was a minor apparently, okay? This minor was not involved in the allegations. Somehow, fucking through proxy, this anonymous burner account got access to some private conversations, not even with Dream, most of them, and this was used to snowball into these massive allegations that, you know, spread like wildfire on Twitter because literally fucking Cancerville. And so, yes, this is the admission of basically, you know, people who provided resources or who were behind the burner account that made these very serious allegations. Basically, that Dream was grooming a minor, this minor named Jamie, which has been unsubstantiated, and the Jamie character has literally denied this. And this person basically admitting that they don't know Jamie, they've never known her, and they've never had private or public communication with her at all. Basically just immediately dismantling this as like a total spook, bro. Like a total, like, pure hysteria, okay? Mass hysteria, scary shit. And it's like, beyond Dream, because at the end of the day, yeah, okay, true. Dream gets it. Like, who gives a fuck about Dream? You know what I mean? This is just a sign of a decaying fucking consumer base, bro. Like, to an extent, yeah, Dream did kind of, I guess you could say, attract this kind of an audience with some of the talk he used to have about stans, how much he loved his fucking kittens, whatever, cringe, cancer, whatever. But, like, yeah, this is like a testament to how lack of critical thinking, uncaring for the truth, right? No fidelity to truth. And, of course, massive amount of fucking resentment, okay? Massive amount of unfucking filtered resentment going on in the online world, all right? And so that's why you got to touch grass regularly, early and often. Touch grass, bro. I would not want to be involved in this in the slightest. This is certainly, yeah. I mean, this is something that Dream emphasizes too. Is like this Jamie character who like was turned into a victim without their consent. Well, now that Jamie character is undergoing intense scrutiny, intense fucking brigading. And so, yeah, this fucking burner account loser, dumb scum, their bad faith. You know, actions. Yeah, they led to the alleged fucking victim just getting shit worse, you know what I mean? So, yeah, this one's just fucking sad because it's like just a pure clout grab from a literal anonymous burner account. Someone desperate for fucking attention at any cost.
Once, people spread a video that was like deepfaked or something of me sucking my own dick. It obviously wasn't me.
Okay, so at this point, all right. So Dream soundly, totally, in my opinion, dismantles the first allegation, right, which was the Anastasia woman, which was just like totally baseless from the get-go. He handily, very, you know, I would say soundly, does dismantle the second allegation made by the woman who, you know, was about to turn 18. And then finally, again, there's of course, you know, slight discrepancy. There is a slight, you know, room for that. And then of course the third one, just total cap, total hot air, garbage. And so at the end of the day, yeah, you leave it and you're like, yeah, okay, pretty much same conclusion. Just cringy guy and not, from what I can tell, a fucking predator or whatever. Not even remotely. It's just like, from what I can tell, yeah, it was just a funny meme to like call him a pedo, you know, because it is a meme to call Minecraft YouTubers pedos because of people like Lion Maker. Crazy to think. Crazy to think. I almost was in a Lion Maker video when I was 14. That's some lore for you there. Stampy Longnose read my name out loud 10 years ago. I've been around the block, bro. I've been through these fucking, being a kid Minecraft YouTuber, you don't want to know what I've seen, bro. Good response from Dream. Definitely, this guy is, again, very, very calculating, very intelligent. He literally primes everything to be as, like, easy for content creators to make content about it as possible. He says explicitly here, any reputable content creator would like verification of the identity of any of the people mentioned in this video. I can gladly do my best to provide it. Please do reach out. Yeah, this is PR, and it's very fascinating to me because it's like, yeah, I mean, this guy is a brand, bro. He has 32 million subscribers. He's like a musician now, right? So, and he said himself he has 50 employees and probably a lot of other, people that depend on him and whatever. And so, yeah, with something that is so high stakes, so serious, I am glad that he is bringing us the receipts, slapping some fucking bastards that deserve, some scum who fucking deserve a clean cut, and yeah, at the same time being pretty humble, I guess I would say. I don't know, this definitely paints a good picture of Dream in my mind. Again, not perfect. Nobody's fucking perfect though. Like, the second you start aiming for perfection with the people you watch online, you're in some dangerous fucking territory, my friend. Okay, seriously and sincerely. That's when you get to, this level of hysteria or whatever, where it's like you get fans that are trying to cannibalize you and shit. You guys already know though, you're good boys and girls, if you would disagree with me, you can just tell me nice and civilly and I'll listen. I'm a good boy too. I'm a good boy for you. So this leads me to this last statement from Dream. I do think it is firstly hilarious, what he's about to say, hilarious. And secondly, it's just a very true observation, okay? Now covering Allegations content just a little bit on my channel. It's like, wow. People are bad at presenting allegations, bro. So yeah, here.
Once, people spread a video that was like deepfaked or something of me sucking my own dick. It obviously wasn't me, but so many people thought it was, which even caused some YouTubers
obviously wasn't him.
Like this.
You guys know I've never been the biggest fan of the YouTuber Dream, but I have always had respect for him as a person. That ends today.
Don't shoot.
Dream sucks.
Don't shoot.
I thought this was some sort of joke, and then I saw the reply. Was a video of Dream sucking his erect penis.
But of course, while this was all going on Twitter, it just was okay to lie about me. And all the people posting fake screenshots and memes and taking things seriously from parody accounts just proves how easy it is to fake this stuff.
So like a guy like Dream handling these allegations this way is just, it sets a good precedent. It sets a good precedent, in my opinion. When false allegations are made, you need to put a lot of effort into establishing and really fortifying the fact that they're false, okay? Because false shit should be, outed and disgraced. And so, yeah, I'm just going to show you this last thing that Dream said that I just wholly agree with, okay? Let's take a look.
It's become a bit of a trend in the online space, or at least the gaming space, to fake grooming allegations. There have been fake allegations against Bad Boy Halo, which the person ended up tweeting and admitting they were fake and saying that they're just
scum
kids that made a mistake after he legally threatened them. There have been fake allegations made against Sapnap that, again, they admitted were fake.
Scum.
After I replied this time and called out something that was wrong with their story. They continued to lie and try and convince me, though. There have been false allegations against Carl, Rambu, Wilbur, probably every Minecraft gaming creator you know. Me saying any name doesn't even matter. Not everyone gets traction, and not everyone has as much effort put into it, but there have been hundreds. There were a few notable ones against me during the last month. One was disproved because it was proved that the video was edited, based on a frame hop. Another was disproved because of a photo in the background was from Tumblr. But there was one thing similar between all of them. They all showed fake evidence. They all showed fake edited Snapchats. They all showed fake edited pictures or videos. And that is scary. But sometimes they didn't even need evidence. Someone tweeted out that I wasn't working on my video, that I was actually out meeting a fan I met when they were 16 at a bar, and that I got stood up.
That's crazy.
And this just didn't even happen, but you don't even need any proof. It was Thanksgiving and I was charging my car by my grandparents' house, and I went to a non-alcoholic bar and played ping pong and was never stood up by anybody. They can just make up whatever they want and rudely take secret pictures of me, and people will believe it. This is crazy stalker behavior.
Yeah,
they
bro.
even said that I was the most ass ping pong player in the place when I was undefeated. They even had to lie and slander.
All right, Dream, you don't need to lie, man. I defeated Dream in ping pong, okay? Why do you think I'm fucking chained up in a basement right now? All right? But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I'm just joking. It's a complete joke. This is satire. I'm going to now leave. Wait, sorry. Yeah. Just one sec. Okay. So I'm sorry. All right. Okay. So if you go to gokamerch.com, we have the Memento Mori design available now. Fucking dope shirt, in my opinion. We have the Puppet Master design available right now. Look at this shit. I'm a fucking. And if you go and you sign up for our fucking mailing list, you'll be the first to see the crime collection. Okay? Again, very cool shit. Sub to fucking Patreon because I mean, at the very least, my life being hell, it does translate into pretty dope content, okay? I guess Dream could potentially say the same. Yeah, either way though, I hope you have a marvelous day, week, Christmas, and yeah, keep an eye out because I'm about to be untethered from the fucking wall, okay? And God knows what's gonna happen when that goes down. All right, so thank you, God bless. Care less, in my opinion, care less about Twitter. Go outside. And if it's cold outside, give your mother a hug, okay? Give your mother a hug, all right? Buy my shirts, please. I need money. I need to escape this fucking mess. And, yeah. Thank you, guys, for everything. It's been a long journey, but very excited for what's to come. So, mwah.